Now at noon, southern New Englanders wake up to a winter wonderland. We have the latest on snow totals, closures, and cleanup, plus your forecast.
One final round of snow to get through this afternoon into this evening. We'll talk about how much additional snow will fall and look back at the totals from this major winter storm coming up.
And back on top, the Patriots clinch the AFC title and a trip to the Super Bowl. We have coverage of the excitement now at noon.
NBC10 News starts with a Storm Team 10 weather alert.
Very rough, about 17, 18 inches worth of snow.
Yet now at noon, New England wakes up under a blanket of snow, and there's more on the way. A winter advisory is in place until 8 o'clock. That's as some areas still are not fully dug out. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you've dug out by now, or maybe you're waiting to. I'm Brian Crandall.
And I'm Abby Butakavoli. Most areas are under at least a foot of snow, if not more. We have been digging out ourselves, and schools all across our area are closed today for the snow. Parking bans remain in place, and as of 5 a.m., police in Providence had issued 372 tickets and towed 332 vehicles for violating that. Now, T.F. Green Airport is back open now after a brief closure.
All right, so we have a lot to cover today, and our crews are spread out across the region to bring you the very latest. We start, though, with Storm Team 10's Nick Russo for the forecast. Nick?
Hey, Brian and Abby. Yeah, we picked up a lot of snow across southern New England yesterday into last night. More than 18 inches in Greenville. That was one of our big winners in the snowfall department. Warren picking up 17.7, Chepachet 17 inches, downtown Providence 16.7, and Coventry at 16 inches. You head over into Bristol County, Massachusetts, a similar story. 19 inches in Dighton, Rentham checking in Norfolk County around 17 inches, Taunton 14.5, Seekonk a little bit under 14 inches. We still have a little bit of snow showing up on Storm Team 10 radar. This is light snow on the backside of the storm now, stretching across Worcester County back in the central parts of Connecticut towards Hartford. So we'll see a little more snow this afternoon. By and large, though, the bulk of this storm is behind us. Just a little bit more snow to top off the significant amounts of snow that we have out there. Coating to 2 inches expected this afternoon into this evening across most of Rhode Island, most of Bristol County and Massachusetts. A little more right along the eastern coast of Massachusetts, where they're still getting some ocean effect snow coming over the waters and making its way across Plymouth County. We're looking at temperatures that are awfully cold across the area. The other big story tonight is going to be bitterly cold temperatures. 18 degrees right now in Smithfield, 17 in Coventry, 20 in North Kingstown. The hour-by-hour forecast as we head through the evening hours, again, a little bit more light snow. That will taper off after 7 or 8 o'clock, and we'll slide back into those teens. Even the single numbers in many spots when you wake up early tomorrow morning. We'll talk more about the additional snow and these frigid temperatures coming up in your Storm Team 10 forecast. Brian and Abby?
All right, thank you, Nick. Well, TF Green is now back open after closing because of the weather last night. You're looking right now at the arrivals page on their website. You can see a lot of red as there is a domino effect with the weather across the country. NBC10's Kennedy Buck joins us now live from the airport with the latest there. Kennedy?
Hey, Brian, Abby. I mean, like you just mentioned, a lot of red. That snowstorm definitely impacted a lot of travel plans this week. And right here on this arrival board, you can see a lot of cancellations from Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Baltimore, West Palm Beach. That's just a few. We actually caught up with a few passengers on that first flight heading into TF Green this morning right after the airport first opened up, and they were frustrated. I mean, it was canceled, then they finally got back in, and then on the roads, similar story, icy, kind of snowy conditions, and plow drivers are telling people here, stay home. It's a whole lot of red here at TF Green.
I've been trying to get back home. It's been quite miserable. I booked a last-minute flight thinking that it was going to be available. Apparently the plane came in last night, so they did leave on time, but it took me over 3.5 hours to get an Uber, so I missed the flight, and I'm trying to get my money back.
A day of missed and canceled flights.
I was supposed to come in last night, but it got canceled due to the weather up here.
TF Green was shut down for several hours Sunday due to the snowy conditions. Vicky Vasquez was on the first flight into the airport once it opened Monday morning.
Well, it was supposed to come in at 6 o'clock last night, and I think it was one of the last flights of the day from back and forth from down there, so it was the first flight this morning.
And it's not just the skies seeing a whole lot of impacts. Roads full of snow and hard to maneuver. Plow drivers doing the best they can to keep up.
Very, very rough, about 17, 18 inches worth of snow. The guys are doing a really good job clearing the roads, the side streets, the driveways and parking lots, but it's still not safe. I definitely advise to stay inside as long as you can.
And it looks like many are listening to the warnings. Not a lot of drivers on the roads. RIPTA also detouring 27 routes due to the weather conditions. But back at TF Green, it's a ghost town, as many hope to catch a flight soon back home.
I'm going to try to get on this JetBlue flight at the end of the day and see if I can make that work.
And it does seem like people are slowly, finally coming back home. It seems like an Orlando flight just arrived at 11:30. So that does seem, that's good news. And right here, as it goes into the afternoon, we do see some on-time flights around 2:30, 3:30. So hopefully, now once that snowstorm kind of clears, aftermath makes way, we can finally see some more people coming through. And it's getting pretty busy now. So hopefully, go back to normal routine sometime soon. For now, from TF Green, Kennedy Buck, NBC10 News.
Kennedy, thank you. And of course, you need to be able to get to the airport to catch your flight. While highways are clearing up, some side streets are still slick. NBC10's Molly Levine continues our team coverage with a look at the roads in Providence. Molly?
Yeah, hi guys and everyone at home. Right now we're in Providence. The roads really depend on where you're at. So this is a look at a side street in Providence. We're looking at Doyle Street, where you might be thinking, wasn't there a parking ban? Why are all these cars on the side of the road? Well, Doyle Street was one of those streets where you could park on, but as you can see, they're definitely going to have their work cut out for them as they come to get their cars at a later date. But you could see even the road definitely still slick. We've seen a number of drivers actually getting stuck as they're making turns here in Providence. So definitely not the best driving conditions over on the east side near Hope Street. Again, this is Doyle Street where you could park. Now, meanwhile, totally different scene that we saw in Cumberland. I mean, you can see our car even getting some snow off the top there. But different scene in Cumberland. You could definitely see that there was a big, I'll turn it back on us as we are trying to make our way down. You could see in Cumberland, blacktops is what I was trying to say there. I don't know what they are doing in Cumberland, but they definitely know one thing or two about clearing streets efficiently. You can see Providence Police out in action here. But as we're driving along, we're seeing people starting to clean up, trying to dig out. And it's a similar scene pretty much everywhere around southern New England here. You can see people starting to walk their dogs. You can see a gentleman here trying to shovel out the driveway. So it's definitely going to be a long morning for a lot of folks. Roads messy as a whole. Highways are pretty in decent condition. I mean, we were seeing blacktop, and obviously you got to travel slow. That's the main message here, is to travel slow. Take your time this morning. Road conditions definitely still require you to travel slow. So for now, Molly Levine live in Providence. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Molly, thank you. You guys stay safe and download the WJAR radar app at home to stay ahead of severe weather. Just use the camera on your phone to scan the QR code on your screen right now, and you can track live radar, get conditions in your area, and sign up for notifications on your smartphone.
Breaking now at noon, 7 people are dead. 1 person is seriously hurt after a plane crash at Maine's Bangor International Airport. Airport officials say the crash of the small plane happened around 7:45 p.m. and the plane was leaving, not coming in. Several flights, commercial and small planes, were still taking off at the time through the snow and were being cleared to do so.
Snow removal operations were in progress, and again, there were planes landing and departing at that around that time of the incident.
Federal investigators are on the way but won't get there until later today. Local officials are not releasing details on the flight or the passengers until the feds arrive. The airport there is still closed and will be for at least 24 hours. Of course, our weather alert coverage continues next at noon with a live look at the conditions in Bristol County, Massachusetts.
And in Rhode Island, we'll be live in Providence looking at travel conditions. Plus, the other big story of the weekend, the Patriots are headed back to the Super Bowl. Fan reaction just ahead.
Welcome back at noon. We're going to look live now over the city of Providence, where crews are still working to fully clear the roads right now, as Molly Levine was just showing us a couple minutes ago. It's the same story in Bristol County, Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's where we find NBC10's Christian Raposa. Christian, how are things looking?
Well, Abby, it's looking not bad right now. You know, I just watched a couple of people help a lady get out of her trapped car in the snow. That was really cool to see some teamwork, but that's going to be the start of the cleanup efforts here, and it's going to take a long time. You guys mentioned we've been here all morning. Roughly around 7 a.m. is when things started to get busy here in Fall River, where residents started to come out and shovel their driveways, sidewalks, and like I just said, get their cars out of being buried in the snow. As for the main roads, though, it becomes apparent driving down them that you need to stay off the roads and inside. Roughly 12 to 16 inches of snow accumulated from the ground here in Fall River. It's trapped in cars on private and main roadways, created nightmare-like driving conditions with vehicles slipping and sliding, especially when turning. Some businesses are open, but most are closed. It's a storm unlike anything we've seen in the past several years. And although it was a fluffier snow, those we spoke to say shoveling it still takes a toll on your body. Others say they're just happy to have some snow on the ground once again.
I've been shoveling for about like 2-3 hours, shoveling out 3 cars. Now I'm going down to relatives, shovel out theirs. Honestly, it's probably just the amount of snow that's compact. At least it's not slush. That makes it a lot heavier. But it's the amount that there is, and it just takes hours and hours.
I actually ordered this because it's been a long time since we had a good storm like this, and I'm excited to have all of this. I think it's pretty right now until they start putting all the dirt down on the roads and stuff, but right now it's all white. Everything is white. It's pretty.
The main consensus we've learned after speaking to those residents is to stay off the roads and let the plows do their thing. And also, when you're shoveling, don't put the snow in the road because it makes it harder for the plows to do their jobs. In Fall River, Christian Raposa, NBC10 News.
All right, Christian, stay warm and safe. And much of northern Rhode Island is buried under nearly 2 feet of snow, too. We're live from Providence on the other side of the break with a look at the conditions there.
And moving a little south, we're going to take a look at 95. This is at exit 9, where again, we've been talking about the highways. The bigger roads are down to the pavement and look clear, just a little wet. Again, you might want to take it a little bit slower. We'll be right back. On TV tonight, a new episode of St. Denis Medical at 8, followed by Stumble at 8:30. A new episode of The Wall is on at 9, and a new Brilliant Minds at 10. Followed, of course, by the NBC 10 News Night Team at 11.
Welcome back at noon. Now, snow falling once again in our area following a morning low for this intense storm.
Yeah, some areas still not cleared from the overnight. So let's check back in with NBC 10's Molly Levine. Molly, how are we looking now?
Hey, Brian, road conditions, like I said, really depend on where you're at. So right now this is Hope Street. So you could see blacktop, you know, Hope Street looks good. But for example, if you try to go down the side streets, like we'll show you right now, you could see it's definitely difficult. Meanwhile, in Cumberland, the main roads, they were all blacktop.
You don't even have gloves on.
Yeah, I know, right?
It'll take time.
I did a bunch of it last night.
And sheer strength.
My husband is out of town, so I had to learn how to use it, and it's okay.
Girl power. Love it. Good for you. To tackle the nearly 1.5 feet of snow that covered southern New England.
It's easier this morning because we came out twice yesterday. We came out at 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock. We spaced it around the games. We were watching the football games.
And depending on where you live, cleanup crews had their work cut out for them too. Some side streets in Providence, like Poplar Street, were completely untouched around 10 a.m. while the main roads were drivable but still snow covered, which made for slick driving conditions. Meanwhile, whatever they're doing in Cumberland seems to be working. Crystal clear blacktops on many of the main roads and even the side streets that we drove down. But for homeowners,
kill 2 birds with 1 stone and help my mom out.
It'll be up to you.
My son is a godsend. He came in, enjoyed his company for the evening, and he helped me out a lot.
And the team you draft to help you.
To go shoveling with my son and my daughter. I got to teach him.
What are you going to teach him?
How to shovel and make some money.
Yeah, definitely not a one-man or woman job, I can tell you that. You can see, again, here down, we're looking along Morris Avenue here. It's definitely still snow-covered. One note to make also, as we make a turn here, one note to make is that when you're shoveling, make sure you don't shovel it into the street, right? That's not the thing you want to do. So reporting live in Providence as we make our way over on the east side of Providence, back to you.
All right, thank you, Molly. Thanks for that live look at the roadways. Let's get now back to Storm Team 10's Nick Russo for an update on the forecast. Cold still, too.
Oh, my gosh. And we are not out of the woods just yet, right, Nick?
Yeah, that's right, Abby. We expect a little more light snow as we head through the afternoon today. That will wrap up during the evening hours. The bulk of this storm is behind us, but we're not completely out of it just yet. We still have a winter storm warning in effect for all of Rhode Island and most of southeastern Massachusetts for the remainder of today up until 8 o'clock this evening. So that will come to an end after 8, and then we can start to dig out or keep digging out from this major winter storm across the area. You can see some light snow making its way across portions of southeastern Massachusetts right now. That snow is filling back in again. If you look closely at this radar loop, you can see more of that snow, especially in northern Bristol County, northern Plymouth County, and then we have another band of snow back across Worcester. That will continue to move to the east over the next couple of hours. When you look at our People's Credit Union Skycam from Iggy's Doughboys and Chowder House, it is awfully cold outside, so make sure you bundle up heading outside to clean the snow this afternoon. 19 degrees in Warwick, winds out of the north at 12 miles an hour, and that is adding a wind chill to the air. It feels like 7 when you factor in that wind. The temperatures across the area in the teens for the most part. We're holding on to the lower 20s in Hope Valley and North Kingstown at 21, 17 in Cumberland, 18 for North Attleboro and Norton. So it is cold outside this afternoon, and it's really not going to warm up a whole lot. We'll be maybe into the lower 20s for a couple of hours between 2 to 5 o'clock. And then after the sun goes down, especially after 8 o'clock, the temperatures will slide back into the teens, and that snow will finally come to an end after 8 p.m. this evening. Low temperatures tonight back to the single numbers, down to around 3 for a low in Providence, Coventry, North Kingstown, and Woonsocket, 1 in Gloucester. So it is going to be a bitterly cold start to the day for tomorrow. The hour-by-hour forecast for this afternoon, a little bit of snow lingering around 4, 5, 6 o'clock this evening. Here we are at 8:30. Notice the last of those snow showers moving out across Cape Cod Bay as the storm pulls away. Tomorrow's a dry day for us. We'll see some sunshine on Tuesday. That will help a little bit with the melting, but it is still going to be bitterly cold tomorrow. Temperatures pretty much all day tomorrow going to be stuck in the teens, close to 20. According to 2 inches of snow, of additional snow expected this afternoon. That's on top of the foot plus that we've already seen across much of the area. 2 to 4 inches for eastern Massachusetts, where that wraparound snow hangs on a little bit longer. The wind chill forecast overnight tonight, it's going to feel like it's below 0 for a time after midnight. Down to 0 for Smithfield by midnight, and then you get into the early morning hours tomorrow, down to around 5 below in Providence by the time you wake up on your Tuesday. Many of us headed back to work and school tomorrow, so bundle up on the way out the door. The hour-by-hour forecast Tuesday, again, temperatures climbing into the lower 20s during the afternoon with a few more clouds increasing. And then fast-forwarding after a dry work week, we're watching another area of low pressure developing off the coastline as we get into this upcoming weekend. Certainly not a slam dunk that we're going to see a storm, but we can't rule it out. That's a possibility as we head towards Sunday this upcoming weekend. So we have a lot to watch here over the next 10 days. Winter may not be done with us just yet, but either way, it's going to be cold all week. We'll see some sunshine, highs in the 20s each day, but overnight lows back into the single digits just about every night. We'll send it back over to Abby and Brian.
All right, Nick, thank you. And we're not the only area dealing with the wicked weather. Look at this video from Nashville, Tennessee, of ice coating trees, sidewalks, and roads. The state says widespread power outages could last for days, with intense wind coming tonight. And over in Louisiana, people are riding out the storm in warming centers after officials confirmed 2 men died from hypothermia over the weekend.
All right, changing gears, let's take you live look to the stock boards right now on Wall Street. The day off to a strong start. The Dow is up around 200 points right now. The S&P and NASDAQ also in the green at this new time hour.
And they punched their ticket in the snow. Now the Patriots will head to sunny Santa Clara for the Super Bowl. Fans show their support for the team when we come back.
And Chasing the Championship is sponsored by Baxter's Fine Jewelry.
We're back. We're going to San Francisco. Doesn't matter who we play. Give me Sammy D, give me Frat Stafford. Does not matter. We're taking home the Lombardi.
I just couldn't be more proud of the guys, and we're going to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to win it.
The Super Bowl.
Back to the championship. In the snow in Denver, the Patriots beat the Broncos and punched their ticket to the Super Bowl. Later in the night, the Seahawks beat the Rams, setting up for a New England, Seattle in 2 weeks. The game airing right here on NBC10.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't a pretty game, not a work of art, as the weather out there was just brutal as well, especially in the second half. But for us, if you could sit inside and watch the game yesterday, it was good. So Nick's back with a last check of the forecast, what's ahead, and what we're doing wrapping up here.
Brian, we'll get a couple more inches in a few spots this afternoon, especially across eastern Massachusetts. For Rhode Island, a coating up to 2 inches. We'll see that snow wrapping up around 8 o'clock tonight. Temperatures tonight back into those single digits early on Tuesday. It is going to be a cold start to the day for tomorrow, and that cold weather is not going anywhere. We'll stay in the 20s for highs each day coming up and back into the single numbers for each night. And we do have another chance for snow next weekend. We'll be sure to keep you updated about that the next few days.
Oh my gosh, those temperatures are brutal. All right. Thanks, Nick. That does it for NBC10 News at noon. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and our coverage picks now up on turn10.com. We'll see you next on NBC10 News at 4.